Hi, my name is Mo Willen, and the topic of my presentation today is customer relationship management. And we're trying to answer the question, is customer loyalty an illusion or not? And to help us answer that question, we'll first like to specify what the learning outcomes are from this presentation. It is hoped that by the end of this presentation, you should be able to gain a very good understanding and appreciation of what customer relationship marketing entails and its very important role as part of the company's customer retention strategies. The second outcome of this is to understand the practical issues, the steps involved in relationship marketing, as well as the challenges that organizations face as part of their customer relationship management practices. I think a very useful beginning will be to try to gain a conceptual understanding of what relationship marketing is all about. In its most basic sense, relationship marketing is all about attracting, building, and maintaining long-term profitable relationships between the company and its customers. And its importance in marketing cannot be overemphasized. In fact, we see that there are many benefits that organizations can gain by trying to forge and maintain long-term profitable relationships with their customers. For example, it is said that it is 7 times cheaper to maintain your existing customers than to attract new ones. Your existing customers or your loyal customers, they tend to spend more money. They tend to be insensitive to price. They can even act as brand advocates by recommending the brand to other people or actually defending the brand in public without the organization's knowledge. Another very important reason why there is the need to practice relationship marketing is the fact that 80% of a company's profits come from 20% of their customers. However, in order to be able to forge and build long-term relationships with our customers, there are 3 fundamental bases that need to be addressed here. And these 3 are: 1, there is the need to develop trust between the organization and their customers. Another very important aspect of the relationship marketing is the need for commitment by both parties to making the relationship work. And of course, the final one is that there is the need for cooperation between the service provider and their target market customers. And in the end, what happens is that there will be a win-win situation between the organization and their customers. The practice of relationship marketing is quite recent. And before it was developed as a concept, we used to have what we call transactional marketing, whereby for most organizations, not enough effort was done to retain the customer after the first point of contact or interaction. However, relationship marketing has taken the relationship between the company and their customers to a completely different level. As far as relationship marketing is concerned, the whole emphasis is based on the simple premise that the efforts of the organization should now be devoted not only to attracting, but to keep the customer for the long term, so that we can leverage what we call customer lifetime value, so that we can enjoy a long and more lasting, fruitful relationship between the company and their customers, and ultimately, the company should be able to make more profits from their customers. There is no doubt that the adoption and application of relationship marketing presents one of the most difficult challenges to marketers today. And this is mainly down to such reasons as the fact that there is now increasing competition in the marketplace. Consumers are becoming more sophisticated, more knowledgeable, and with the prevalence of the internet, they are now finding it even easier to search for solution providers to their products, to their problems, to their expectations, and organizations that can fulfill their needs. Therefore, this puts added pressure on marketers today to try to develop methods, strategies, tactics that will help forge long-term relationships with their customers. The objective of relationship marketing is actually to try to move consumers up what we call the relationship marketing ladder, from being prospects right up to the final part of the relationship, which is what we call partnership level, whereby the customer actually sees himself as an integral part of the organization. When consumers get to the level of being partners, they don't only see themselves as consumers, but they see themselves as even defenders and advocates of the brand. They will recommend it to others. They will defend the brand in public. And more importantly, they will remain loyal to the company for as long as possible. Perhaps it can be said that from a practical perspective, the most difficult challenge facing marketers is how do we go about making our consumers loyal? And what we have in marketing today is that there are a number of techniques that can be utilized in order to forge and develop and maintain long-term profitable relationships with our customers. Among a number of strategies or techniques that can be adopted to make consumers loyal include the following. Database marketing. What this implies is that we should be able to capture as much information about our customers as possible so that we can understand the customer better. The whole essence of a database is that it enables the company to gain better understanding of their consumers' buying behavior in terms of what they buy, when they buy, where they buy, and how much they spend. Therefore, it can be said that a database provides the privilege of helping the organizations gain more useful insights into actually what motivates consumers to buy their products. And this knowledge can serve as a useful base so that we can connect better to the consumer in terms of fulfilling their needs and their expectations. Another technique that can be used in developing relationship marketing with our techniques is what we call key account management. And this is what I'm emphasizing on, because what this entails is that not all consumers are the same for the organizations. In fact, segmentations comes in here. The implication is this. For those consumers that are most profitable to the organizations, we should appoint managers or employees whose main priority is looking after the needs of these consumers so that they can be better satisfied. Like we said before, 80% of a company's profits come from 20% of their customers. Therefore, we should devote adequate resources in terms of personnel so that we can match the requirements of these 20% of our customers who provide most of the company's profits. And today, this is a widespread practice in industry. For example, if we look at the context of banks, they don't treat all their customers the same way. For those perhaps that bring in the highest deposits, they do appoint what we call relationship managers. And the job of these managers is to try to fulfill the needs, the expectations and wishes of this very profitable segment so that they remain loyal. It is believed that if the customers or these key accounts are happy with us, there will be no need for them to take their custom elsewhere. Another technique that can be utilized in the practice of relationship marketing is what we call customer loyalty schemes. Today, this is a very prevalent practice in industry. What customer loyalty schemes imply is this, that by giving extra incentives to your consumers, that might motivate them to remain loyal. And there are many, if we put it into perspective, there are many organizations that adopt the practice of loyalty schemes. Sainsbury's, for example, in England, they have the Nectar card. Boots have the Advantage card. And British Airways has been at the forefront of this with their what we call frequent flyer schemes, which implies that the more you fly with them, the more points you earn, and then that can be redeemed for a free flight. Again, the implication is this. It is hoped that by giving consumers these added benefits or incentives, that will keep them in the relationship. Another very important aspect of developing relationship marketing is what we call internal marketing, which implies ensuring that the organization's employees are well trained, well motivated, carefully selected, so that they can actually be in a better position to deliver high quality customer service. There is no doubt that customer satisfaction or loyalty can either be satisfied or dissatisfied at the customer contact point, where the customer interacts with the company, what we call the moment of truth. If the employees are able to deliver consistently high quality of service, this we believe will go a long way in ensuring that our customers will remain in a relationship with the organization. Another very important technique that can be utilized in forging long-term relationships with our customers is what we call continuous customer research. The implication is this. The needs of customers never remain the same all the time. They change. As time goes on, the needs and wants of consumers do not remain constant. They evolve all the time. So the job of research here is to try to determine and find out what exactly are the needs of consumers that have changed over time, so that as an organization, we will be in a much better position to address their ever-changing needs. If consumer requirements change and we are not able to capture these changing requirements, therefore the company will not be in a position to satisfy their need. And ultimately, if we cannot satisfy their needs, consumers will actually transfer their custom to another provider. Inasmuch as it's very important to adopt and practice relationship marketing, I also believe that it is important to try to pinpoint what are some of the limitations that can actually hinder the development of long-term relationships with our customers. And among these limitations can be mentioned the following. In fact, it's a fact of life that not all customers might be interested in our products. Another limitation is that for many consumers, the issue of data protection can actually hinder them from entering into long-term relationships with our customers. There is also the issue that relationship marketing practices such as database management are not fully utilized by organizations. They just do it just for the sake of doing it without actually working on the information that have been captured from our customers. Therefore, in summary, we can say this. The success of any organization pretty much depends on finding out what our customers want in terms of the right product, at the right price, in the right place, with the right message, employing the right people to deliver the right service, ensuring that the process by which we give the service to the customer is fast, is convenient, and easy to understand. And also, it is imperative that if we are to retain customer loyalty, we must ensure that the environment in which we provide the service to the customer is very appealing and welcoming. Is customer loyalty an illusion? You decide.